Back to wrestling with Ski. I am obviously still Ski.
And I'm Mr. Clean.
There you go. Hey, it's COVID. We need clean.
Yeah.
You will get the virus and you'll die. And as I don't want to say a word about Raw minus what I'm about to say, it's all you on that. But why? In the absolute, all the beautiful words I said last night when we were done here, flip the camera around. Why in the did we get rid of Joe and people that had talent for Eva Marie?
You went there.
No. God. Why?
Well, you tell me about certain things. You tell me about certain things on a bad.
I'm getting mine.
Yeah.
You know what? You've done it enough. Why in the hell? Who thought that was a good idea? Hell, SmackDown. They had 4 straight weeks of her just trying to have a debut match. Top pops off like all kinds of dumb stuff, and then she's released. Why in the did we just lose like all that? Like people that had talent for someone who legitimately could not work in 4 bumps in an entire match with as much training as she got, all by herself with the Brian Kendrick. I don't give a damn what she has been doing.
She has been contracted. Like
I
just
don't
sitting around just doing nothing. Doing nothing.
Why would they give her? That seems like a really good budget cut. And how about Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania? How about we make that budget cut too and save everybody the embarrassment of getting booed out of the building? Dressed as a pirate. Oh, why did it? Carry on, my wayward, but I just that like there's nothing but profanity everywhere. Like why?
Let me just cross that out from all my notes. That way we're done with that. Maybe.
Oh, we're not done. We're not done with that.
For now. All right, so we start off Raw. I thought it was a great idea to flip a coin to see who faces Bobby Lashley. I don't know, but hey, you gotta do something. You know,
starting out Raw when we got done recording was Eva Marie. So my night was ruined before I even got to see the stupidity of a coin toss.
Yeah.
Like, how about you go this week? You go next week. Done.
Which is basically what's.
But let's flip a quarter and make a 2-minute segment about it. Like, yeah.
Breathe.
Lucha. Okay. We got to see Amos.
That brings us to Styles and Amos. Just by watching and going over the notes here, I don't know. Like, are they trying to make Amos seem stupid? Like he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, how do you lock up with Woods and then act like you don't know what to do after? Like it's a tie up, like Irish whip or something. Like why are they making? Because and then you got Styles, tagging into Amos and Styles tries to explain to Amos that okay, you get out of the ring so I can take over the match. Like I don't know, like because I've read articles that Amos has taken so much time to try and develop, but he can't develop. So does he actually know how to wrestle and they're just playing this all stupid because of some of us have actually read the articles, or does he really not know how to wrestle? Like I don't know. And then the whole regular tag in, tag out kind of stuff, and then Amos just freaking wrecks everyone. And that's about it.
I mean, it was a pretty looking Sky High. I mean, he did do a pretty looking Sky High to whoever the hell whichever one of them it was. I mean, they went. I mean,
it was pretty.
Kevin Owens did it pretty good. That was because he's 18 feet tall. He was legitimately Sky High. I mean, the guy was on his knee and he was still taller than the ropes.
Yeah, like what was really cool was Styles actually jumping off of Moss's shoulders and doing a phenomenal form. That was cool.
That was good. It was a good way to throw that in there.
Yeah. So that was probably the highlight of the match. I just don't get why they're making a Amos look stupid or just not there. I don't know. Just
Well,
I
I
don't
mean, I'm pretty positive that if he was that dim, they would have done something about it by now. They would
Yeah.
have lost right there. AJ
Yeah.
got to be a Grand Slam champion. Whatever
Yeah.
the hell. Over. Done. Bye. Don't need the titles anymore. See you later. He's back to your henchman. Game over. Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But
I don't get it.
my eyes are
And
still
then
bugging in my head.
And then we have Sonya Deville talking to Charlotte Flair again, again, again.
See, you're talking
And
about at least the Eva Marie can turn around and surprise us.
hey,
Like, holy, she can take a bump now. That
your usual Charlotte Flair stuff. She wiggles her way into a match with her and Dana Brooke, which is another waste. We all knew
who was going to win.
Flair was going to win.
Mandy looked better
Wasting
last
talent.
week. Mandy looked better last week than Dana did.
Yeah,
Like that match last night was awkward.
yeah, just
I found it to be worthless. Except Mandy. I mean, Mandy did look better the week before. Did throw that knee in there. I mean, that knee looked good.
yeah.
I mean, compared to anything that Dana did, it's just Dana. It looked more awkward, and it was a waste of time. We all know it was a waste of time. Which didn't help any of our cases. And then, well, whatever the hell they're gonna do with Sonya, they better do it or get off the goddamn pot. Because I'm just.
Then you have the quick backstage thing with Elias and Riker in the New Day, which obviously sets up the Orton and Riddle match later on.
What's up, Randy?
Yeah.
Nothing beats that. He's covered in tomatoes. What's up, Randy?
Yeah.
And he scoots by.
Yeah. And then after that, then there's the Flair match, and then Charlotte's the influencer. So lo and behold, guess what? Yeah, we have a triple threat match for the Raw Women's title, and I just stupid. I'm just gonna cross it out repeatedly because we all knew it was gonna happen. Why did I even write it down? I don't know. Should have put prop bet. Could have been a millionaire.
Swain to know. Like if I don't know if anyone could even see like this
All
page right here.
Shook the
See,
computer.
like,
That keep stabbing
that
packet.
That is stuff for like what we're doing after Raw. That's Raw. They got 5 lines, 5 lines of space because it wasn't even worth it wasn't worth anything. It was about as worthless as my left knee. It's about as useless as my left knee.
And then just a quick thing here. Korea backstage getting interviewed. Korea is not going to be bullied by Sheamus. Yada yada yada.
I think that could turn into a good thing though.
Yeah, I do. I mean, as I get down in the notes here, then you follow it up with backstage with Pierce and Deville arguing about Deville being stupid and making a dumb decision by putting Flair in the match. And then we roll into Miz and John Morrison, blah, 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 your new normal crap. Morrison.
That's why I didn't waste time writing it down.
Damian Priest. Miz accidentally cost Morrison the match. We've seen it coming. It's coming. They're going to face each other. It's obvious. And if they don't, then
hopefully the Miz will then leave to go make like Miz 40, like the Marine 47, and just vanish for a very long time and let Morrison actually have a run.
Yeah,
man has been back for over a year at this point, and he's accomplished nothing except being a jackass. And no offense, he's more talented and charismatic than anything that Bobby Lashley has in his pinky finger.
Yeah,
Bobby Lashley's a freak, but John Morrison has been a freak. He was like a year and a million years ahead of his time back when he was doing this stuff originally before he left.
Yeah.
Like, why the hell is he just running around? Hey, ho, ho. No offense.
Yeah.
Still makes me smile when I hear it.
And then we have Lucha House Party versus Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Obviously,
that's who they lost to.
Yeah, that's I kind of seen it coming. Obviously, Benjamin and Alexander, Tissel,
saw that coming.
Yeah, I mean, I think it could be a good program. I mean, a short program, but they can definitely
They're talented enough.
one-on-one. They can definitely put on a match.
They're
No doubt.
talented enough, and
I have
Shelton's definitely.
I have complete and utter faith in both of them
I
to put
watched it,
on.
just wondering who's
Yeah,
where Shelton's
even if
contract is. If this is
even
how
if
they're
it's
doing
like even it's like if it's like 1 to 3 matches, the best 2 out of 3 kind of deal. I mean, you could really, and just wrestling, just nothing crazy, no stipulations,
Just go out there and do it.
yeah, or even have it the best 2 out of 3 falls
Go-
match. I mean,
Go
that'd be
do
kind
it.
of
Go do what Bobby
Yeah.
can't do. Like,
Yeah.
go actually put on a good match.
yeah.
No offense to Bobby.
And then then Benjamin's running his mouth, blah blah blah,
I
stuff
didn't
like
write any of
that.
that down.
Yeah, Gulak challenges Garza to a match.
What a waste of Drew Gulak.
Garza sticks a rose up Gulak's keister. That's I don't know that
What
sorry.
a waste of
Puts
Drew
it in,
Gulak.
puts his not up his butt technically, puts it in his shorts and whatever. But it's funny, sort of, kind of, in a dumb way.
Grumpy guy says, stupid.
No, you got to have something.
I mean, Garza with the new look. I mean, if he could just wrestle.
Yeah.
And why have Drew Gulak after what he was doing, like with Daniel Bryan, not that long ago?
Yeah.
That's what he's here for now. Like, he's proven he's got more
Jobber.
talent than 90% of the people on the roster.
Yep.
And that's what you do with him.
Notice how serious I was about that being supposedly funny.
Hey, I was just letting the world know exactly the tone that we were at with that.
Yeah. Then we got Riddle and Orton, RK Bro.
I
Keep
think
it
that could
going.
be a good thing.
Just keep it going. Keep the small little backstage segments. Get the little laugh out of there. Performance in the ring is obviously bar none. Keep it going. Just keep doing what they're doing and just let it ride.
They could have a good run with it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, they can have an obnoxious run with it. Be tag champs and lead it all the way into next year. Let them just tear the house down at Mania. Because I mean, they could drag it out that long if they wanted to.
I mean, they could drag it out to SummerSlam and then have
that's
Omos and AJ.
That's not
Omos and AJ versus Riddle and Orton.
Yeah.
I mean, who else you?
They can drag it out for. They can drag it out for 3 months. I sure hope so. They drug out Lana and Lashley longer than that. They better be able to drag like Riddle, like if they ruin this within the next 2 weeks to rush through something.
Yeah.
This isn't we're not gonna talk about anything but SmackDown ever again. Pay-per-views.
Yeah. And then we have Monsoor versus Sheamus. A good back and forth match.
He's like half the size of Sheamus, so I mean, you never believe any of it, but he looked good.
Kind of upset that Monsoor actually lost, but technically it was disqualification. Still makes Monsoor look strong. Everyone forgets that he's now 49-1. Oh well, it wasn't a pin. He didn't get pinned. He didn't get tapped. Kind of dumb, but
a waste of it. But he looked good.
Maybe sets up a triple threat match for the U.S. title with
which I think would look great.
I
think it could be good.
Oh yeah,
It'd be really good.
I mean, they all 3 of them together, I think, would be even better than just the 1-on-1.
Yeah.
As
long as they don't give him the title right away.
Yeah.
As long as they don't do that.
Yeah, I don't think no.
Unless maybe. Because he just pretty much got he was just there before WrestleMania in the Performance Center to lose to Andrew Garza and moron, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Andrade. There you go. And I'm pretty sure Austin Theory was involved at some point too. Like, he was just there to get put down every week. He would come back, he would lose. Like, he kind of reminded me of Kurt Hawkins when he came back.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Braun, give me a break. There's your break. He throws him through a wall.
Yeah.
I mean, what did Kurt Hawkins do his whole second time in WWE? I don't know, but Braun Strowman gave him a break and threw him right through a wall. That's what I remember. That's terrible. For how long he was with the company, what do you remember? Braun Strowman threw him through a wall.
Yeah.
And gave him his break.
So then that brings us to Alexa's Playground. what I picked up on that between actually watching it, doing some notes and some articles, Lily tells Bliss that a certain someone has caught her eye. Favorite color is red. So as much as I would love it to be Eva Marie to get mauled by Alexa, it's probably Sonya Deville. That's what I'm thinking. A lot of people are thinking that. I can't really.
That'd be so good. Eva shows up and then she just shows up and just balls the living hell out of her. Get
That'd be
out
great.
of here.
But as much as I think it is, I think it's going to be Sonya Deville just for the
way
simple
they're
fact
doing it.
Sonya can wrestle.
Yeah, but the way they're doing it, and the way they're doing it with her and numbnuts,
yeah,
it helps no one notice besides you. Pierce, like sooner or later, it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
I guess that means all the litigation and all that crazy stuff is done from everything.
I would assume
that stalking thing, so she can,
Yeah.
I mean, I think she could have worked through it, but again, especially just because of COVID. I mean, but let everyone do their thing, take their time. She said she needed time, then obviously, this gives her the thing to do her time. She just has to do what 2-3 minutes worth of talking, and then she's gone. Yeah. So it worked out really good. God, see, as you were talking, I was sitting there just looking down, just staring at these 3 words, effing Eva Marie. Just like, please, even though her hair looks pink, that would be the greatest thing ever. She comes out to the ring and just,
done. Lights go out. Freaking Sister Abigail, done.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
And your ratings would spike. Everyone, what? Turn it on. Why? It's about to get what? It just got real. Suddenly, you guys' viewership on Hulu and all the streaming services
I would watch that repeatedly for 3 hours straight. Just Alexa, just Sister Abigailing Eva Marie repetitively, just on a loop. It'd make me happy.
Come off the rope and spider monkey.
Yeah.
Ah! Maul.
Done.
Just beat her to half to death. Like, dude, this is for every single person that saw your vignette that went, no. So
with this whole Alexa and Lily thing, are we still thinking that Lily is an alter ego of Alexa, or I'm trying to grasp this? Like,
you know what? I really don't care as long as it's not an Eva Marie. That's where I'm at after watch it. And then I watched Raw back today, and I was like, forgot about that.
Yeah, like I'm just wondering, dude, is it
would
the
make
split
more
personality?
sense. Like that would.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you see the way that, I mean, I don't know.
Or is Lily like the influence like Sister Abigail was to Brett?
Say it could be like that. Figurative,
you know what I mean? Is it just something
spiritual
symbolizes?
Thing,
yeah.
It's the symbolism.
Yeah.
Got that from the Boondocks thing.
I mean, even though it would be cool to see, Alexa kind of get her own. I wouldn't see like 100% Fiend kind of looking thing, but I mean that'd be kind of dope. Like if she had some kind of mask, or just something more than what she has now.
No one puts baby.
Either way, it's going to be good, as long as somebody doesn't screw it up.
Well, they just.
I know. Might as well just say yes, Dan Stevens. We're going back to the Fiend versus Orton ordeal. Hopefully Vince learned his lesson that time around. But of course, he didn't learn his lesson the first time around when
second time around, or first time around, or the second time around, or the fuck. I'm so happy.
What number?
75 million at this point.
Yeah, like I don't know. But moving on, women's tag match. Whatever. Boring. We unfortunately get to see Reginald again, your favorite guy.
That was a further mucking waste of time.
Yeah.
See?
It's kind of surprising to me, because I thought we were getting this whole Baszler and Nia thing breaking up, and now we're just like, it's like an every other week kind of thing. Are they doing a slow build, or are they just not sure if they're going to pull the trigger? Because
don't worry, they'll be back hitting each other come Friday night.
Yeah.
Something stupid will happen again. They have like Reginald.
Yeah.
Reginald.
And then that brings
Eva
us
Marie
to
and Reginald.
And that brings us to Bobby Lashley versus Strowman.
I mean,
Typical crap.
Strowman's doing better stuff. I mean, I've got to give Strowman credit and Lashley. I mean, they were both sitting there doing, I mean, both of them.
Yeah, I mean, not like typical crap, as in the match was crap, but
I know I'm saying like, but they were.
No, you know where it's going.
Yeah, it was all expected. So don't worry, I know exactly where you're going. Like, but
yeah,
I mean, at least we get to see Strowman doing like belly to bellies and getting soup lanes. He's taking bumps and like,
yeah.
So and Lashley actually let him take bumps.
For Lashley to get the win, I mean, it wasn't 100% clean win, with the crashing in, with Strowman crashing into McIntyre and Strowman, gets distracted, and it was I guess a clean win. Makes Lashley look strong, like maybe he'll retain. Maybe we'll get something out of nowhere.
Guess what?
Probably not. I mean, but who
else?
Know
why Braun got distracted? Because Braun is
like I have a feeling.
Not really. I love him. I just have one of those. Just
I don't know. Like anybody, I think they're going to keep the title on Lashley at least until SummerSlam. But who do you do a program with? How can you drag it out that long with who? Who? That it doesn't get repetitive.
You know who? Real live people, SummerSlam, championship match. Who else is meant to come out except for start hopping around in his Jimmy John search?
I know, but
who else do they have?
It's who they need. That's the problem. But
who do they have? They need him, but who the hell do they have?
I don't know. If it's got to be on the hush hush, or just nothing's happening right now. Like I don't know. Like,
but I mean,
will we get that? Will we get that return from Brock Lesnar the same way when he came out and beat the crap out of Cena that when he first came back?
And for back on that, by the way, his album, I was right, No 5, totally doesn't suck. If you think it does, listen to any modern rap and then turn that back on. Yeah. Like what else do they have? I mean, because then Braun and Drew are out of the way.
Let's see. I was gonna say, let's see here. We're in May, so we technically would have what?
3
June,
months?
July, like 3 pay-per-views. And then you've got what, 3 weeks in between that.
We're at the rate WWE does pay-per-views, like 9 pay-per-views.
That's like 16 weeks of build-up, and it's like, okay, do we alternate back and forth between Drew and Strowman? Do we keep Bobby looking strong, and then do we a couple weeks, I would say a month out when a Raw Lesnar shows up, or do we just keep going till Lashley doesn't have an opponent at SummerSlam, and then all of a sudden Brock comes out and just clean over Brock goes over clean.
And everyone's like, hey, everyone said they wanted to see it. Well, you got your time to shine. What? Now Brock's back. And you can go back to not talking and just wearing your sunglasses and getting as far away from the television as possible.
Do we actually do to build up? Honestly, me personally, if Vince were smart, which...
Build it like him, go no matter who the hell wins. Lashley holds on. Brock comes out the next night, just... All he'd have to do is do his little get up in his face and just do one of those Brock Lesnar, just walk the out. Done. No more needs to be, doesn't have to hit anybody, nothing. Just show up, smile, and watch MVP and Lashley scurry away. And then he could just stand there and keep hippity hopping back and forth. No one has to touch anything. No one has to say anything. The whole world's head explodes in a good way. Everyone actually watches Raw, gets to go to bed after Raw happy.
But the thing is, do they do the wrestling match route, or do they actually do the MMA route?
They'll do a wrestling. No offense
to that. I would think so, but then you got to think about it. Vince likes to think about the bigger dollar. Everybody's been wanting to see it for years. Not a wrestling match, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. They want to see them both manhandle each other like in a cage.
They're gonna. They're just gonna go out there like they gotta be a wrestling match when they finally do it. They're gonna beat the living hell out of each other. It's gonna be like Orton and Lesnar, except two guys that have actually trained and fought MMA, not just Orton getting just elbowed to death with Jericho getting ready to fight people. Like that's how good Brock pulled it off. There were people getting ready to fight him. I don't know what the hell Jericho thought he was going to do fighting Brock Lesnar, especially when Brock Lesnar was that amped up. That seemed like a terrible idea. They should have let him do it. Hey, Chris would have found out real quick, fast, in a hurry why Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar. And he was out there killing people with diverticulitis. Like, did you see what he did to people with that? Think what he could do, and he's spiked at kind of like Kane when he came out of Hell in a Cell. Were you afraid you weren't going to get the door off that cell? What? Then I could rip the side of that whole cell off. Well, he was that amped. There was no question the door was coming off.
Yeah.
Well, I can believe that. Just like they're going to beat the hell out of each other, but I mean that's all they have to do because they're going to have him hold on. Then we're going to waste our time because that's all the next couple pay-per-views do anyway. Money in the Bank in there or something. But all you need to hear is just that beat, and everyone's head will explode. They'll look at each other. He'll smirk. Lashley will keep his sunglasses on. He'll be peeled. They'll all scoot out of the ring, and boom, done.
Yeah.
No one has to say a word. Everyone leaves happy, and then waits to see Vince screw it up like that next week. But
yeah,
how hard is it? Have Brock fly into Florida? Pretty sure it's not that hard.
Yeah,
pretty sure he probably has like his own fleet.
I mean, depending on where they're going to have SummerSlam at. If I were Vince McMahon, I'd milk Raymond James Stadium as much as I could. Yeah, especially with
no restrictions anymore now.
Football not really starting till late September, early October. I mean, you could still.
They're doing the extra game this year, aren't they?
Yeah, 17 season game, correct. But I think
so. What are they? So there has to be one extra week for like a bye or something in there, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
so by that time they'll still have it.
SummerSlam is like what? Probably going to be
mid-August,
like the third week in
around
August.
My birthday. It's always somewhere around my birthday.
Yeah, so that would be
right before season started.
That would be before even the preseason starts. I mean, if you do the math, I mean, why not?
Well, you get around. I mean, season normally kicks off beginning September. I mean, it'll be close, but as long as
but I think there's only two. I think there's only two preseason games though this year.
If they do start it that week, like around, even if they have to, SummerSlam's on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Tampa won the Super Bowl, so they're playing on Thursday.
Oh yeah, true.
So they'll be at home. They can more than easily get everything set up in between Thursday night and Sunday because it's not like it's going to be WrestleMania. They just have, I mean, they're doing a lot, but they can get a stage in there in 3 days.
Yeah.
I mean, Fridays, I mean, they could do it. We've seen them do it in a lot less. So
yeah,
I would milk it. And how they have zero restrictions, like at all. He just signed Governor DeSantis just signed them all away. There's no more COVID anything. So, and it's right there where they have everything. Like all their trucks have been down there for this long. All their everything is there. Just say, hey, what? We're back. Everyone, you have it. They will come. People will travel. So, and now they can do it at 100%. So, Vince, you'll get your Mania money back because there will be not nearly as many fireworks going off that night.
Yeah.
Pirate ships with cannons going off and fire shooting out of everything. You can have your $15 beers and all that stuff back. But again, got it. Who else do they have?
Yeah.
As we're saying, like it's Brock or bust. We have Cena come back out of nowhere. The Fiend just show up and be like, hey, what? Mine. And I'm not letting go of it. Let's let him be champion for the rest of his life. I mean, who else can we believe? Sheamus already has the thing. Randy's RK Bro.
Yeah.
They're kind of in a corner unless there's someone we're drastically missing. Even on SmackDown side, who could they bring over if they did a draft?
Even if there is a draft.
If there is, who the hell could they who is over there that you could believe? No one. Like they are in the biggest, what do you do? Situation. Bring back John Cena. No, bring back Goldberg. Let him lose again. I don't know. Like, there's no good idea. There's no option. Like, they have themselves so far backwards with what to do there. If it's not Brock, I'm just going to be disappointed because I can't believe they kept him out for this long. But now that there's 100% no restrictions, Vince will make Brock will be there, sold out in 5 minutes. Won't be like 2 weeks ago. We still can't get rid of tickets. Brock Lesnar sold.
Yeah,
you build it. That idiot that is super fan in the front row will be there and probably buy like the whole damn front row around the whole ring because he just looks like a tool bag. I don't know. I don't like
that way. He can just run around.
Brock can flip him off probably the whole entire time.
Yeah, no matter what angle.
He loves what he does. He still doesn't like people or travel. Guess what? I respect that. I understand that. And I'm not married to Sable. Like, there's no reason. Like, I have.
So he doesn't he now like live in Canada?
Yeah, I believe he's. Yeah, like.
I believe he's in Canada. So I mean,
you're tired of people move to Canada. It's like, bro, you were on like a farm in like South Dakota. Like, no one was near you.
You wanted to be further.
I respect it, but that's my goal. I just want to get a big spit of land somewhere in the Smokies and just be left alone from the whole world. Can't be Asheville, like, Adam. Don't have that kind of money. But it better be Brock.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else. Throw Eva out there. Let her get mauled. Screw it. Well, she's back and she's gone just like that.
Yeah.
Rip her shoulders out of the socket. Just see you later.
I swear, if Eva Marie were out there just flapping her gums and Brock Lesnar just music would hit, I'd probably go more nuts on that than if CM Punk were to return, because that would just make me happy. Her just bald.
Done. She turn around, just leave. Like,
yeah.
Here you go. What? Here you go. I'm out. My bad.
Like, Brock could probably German suplex her from the middle of the ring over Corey Graves and Byron Saxon to like the 10th row in the Thunderdome, like through one of the crowd monitors.
Through all the monitors.
Yeah.
Just through the whole wall of monitors.
Yeah.
It could be like Home Alone. She hits one and everything falls down.
Yeah. Not saying that, we want her to be really, truly hurt, but just why? Just want to throw it out there. We're not that mean. We are mean, but I mean,
hey,
still got to
see people get put through those things safely all the time.
Oh yeah.
Women have bounced their head. Like, there's been women taking advantage of the Thunderdome situation. Like, everyone has been bouncing off of those the whole time. Some people have been, hell, look at like Kevin Owens went like through one and then he took about 8 flights on during summer. I mean, he just went over Rumble, whatever. Rumble, he just flew and then he flew again, then he flew again, then he flew again.
Yeah.
I mean, he just kept diving off of everything in his path. They still didn't let him win. And Paul Heyman can't wear handcuffs.
It's okay.
And we're back to that. Damn it. On to songs. Damn, we were only talking for that little?
Well, like half hour?
Yeah, talking like Eva Marie. See, it just felt like it's down the clock. Like, get out of here. See, I'm okay with that. Like, that's, we talked about it, like Eva Marie. Like, why? Like, the only thing she was good for was to look at half the time. Like, because then you had to still watch her wrestle after you got, like, she came and was like, yay, it's like the boogeyman smash. And then the action started. And it's just, like, you guys paid her how much money? Well, you can pay me. What? I guarantee I'll look a lot better getting just flung around like a rag doll.
Yeah. Fact.
I might not be able to get back up anymore, but hell, you wouldn't have to pay me. There wouldn't be nearly as many zeros in my paycheck. And people would actually like me because I might look like a certain superstar. I've gotten some chance. I've confused the masses with me that had no idea what was going on because they don't watch wrestling with a bunch of drunk people. And what are you doing? I'll just go along with it. Why? See how many of them there are? What? You chant. Do it.
Yeah.
Why, there's like 40 of them doing it. I'm pretty sure it's safer if we just throw our fingers in the air and keep going. Yep. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Dave, for being so confused. Yeah. Now we can get on to the list of songs. I have a big list. I mean, but
yeah, after thoroughly
Way more than
going
that.
through. I have 15 now. Mind you, the 15 may get changed as we're talking. So I just just talking about it before,
I had like
and
19 down.
yeah.
Nothing crazy historical in any of mine, but I got
Yeah, and like a couple of them are kind of like I'll start off right off the bat. Anything D-Generation X, all the themes were good. My personal favorite, I played it for you earlier, was one by Run DMC, The Kings. I thought that was cool. Go check out the music video. It is kind of dope. If we even say the word dope anymore, not as in the drugs, but as in still pretty cool. Brings back
dope.
brings back some fond memories,
How many times I use that word and people are just like, not the kind you smoke, kid. What?
Yeah.
I know what's on your mind.
But yeah, anything D-Generation X, I mean, from the original to the Kings to the DX 2000 theme. I mean, they've got like so many renditions. It's not even funny.
I don't know. There's the one where on their final run there, whatever version. I mean,
yeah,
which is really
I think
cool,
they even had a rendition for Hall of Fame too.
Yeah.
Like if again, go listen to the Vault albums. There's like, I don't know.
But the one I heard live in person, like, still will always be like my favorite of them all. But there are groups that I have in here where I've said what all of them. Well, it doesn't matter what rendition it was. I mean, like there were some you're looking at going, just because there were other ones, but none of them missed the mark.
Yeah.
And that spun off, even though it's not them, to the New Age Outlaws, who were, I mean, I still like theirs too.
Well, I kept
simple.
I kept the New Age Outlaws actually separate.
So no, I'm saying, but
that was like one of my.
They're separate, but that was still those were there.
Yeah.
I mean, they were part of the new one.
Yeah, I mean, even Xbox theme was cool.
They were part of the new.
All right, well, let's keep that all then and group together. So
but say just because, I mean, they were technically in DX, like but theirs was great, and Road Dogg, I mean, like, again, tag team like I could still like one day we'll be doing that. Take that, Bruce Pritchard. Suck on that, Trebek. Not Alex, the trivia team, which name is Suck It Trebek. No disrespect to Alex Trebek, that guy is a legend.
Yes.
Sadly, I don't think that show will ever be the same again. But carry on.
Anything Chris Jericho. I mean, except for Jericho, didn't like the theme, but all the renditions, they fit for. I mean, and also even the Fozzy.
Yeah, him by himself, like
yeah.
I appreciate what they tried to do for Jericho.
Yeah,
I mean, because it wasn't my favorite of all of his. I mean, it wasn't bad by any means.
No,
like,
but it just
actually, it wasn't. But compared to everything else, comparatively, it was a dud.
Yeah,
but
I mean, honestly, like my two of the favorites of Jericho's when he debuted in '99.
I was gonna say the debut was
surprisingly
amazing.
Kid Rock sang part of that. For those of you who don't know random information, and then the one with Fozzy. I mean, Judas. I mean, every single time when there was a live crowd, the theme music would stop and the crowd would keep singing and singing.
But
and singing.
Just saying, if you never listened to Fozzy, check out that album.
I mean, I like everything Fozzy.
The last two albums, like because they did the covers for a while, Chris and them, and they're just starting out doing their thing. But when the last like two or three, when they've like, there you could see like where they were.
Sandpaper with them shadows.
Where they were to where like they are now, like and I've seen them alive. I've seen them all sorts of live. It's weird seeing him because he had the jacket and everything. Like, bruh, why are you wearing a light, bright leather jacket when it's 99 degrees outside in direct sunlight? Like, they're stupid. And then there's that. North Carolina, it was 100 today. I mean, I looked at it, highest I saw was like 99 with the humidity. Like, it was odd. Why are you out in that? And he was still in his leather pants too. Like leather pants, running around on God's creation. And one of these days with a leather jacket on that light bright. So that adds like another 10, 15 pounds with just LEDs and wires. Why? Still a great show. He did not thankfully it was a smaller set on a smaller stage. And if you get a chance to see Fozzy live, go, because the man puts on a hell of a show. At least he did before. Like, I don't know how much he's going to do it with AEW and with COVID
Yeah.
and all. But if you never saw it completely, I mean, it's not even really a sidebar. But you brought up Fozzy. Go see him live, because no matter what you say, like, I've heard people talk trash about him. I don't like his voice. I don't know, but like,
Well,
they've come
a
so
lot of
far.
people talked about a lot of people talked trash about the earlier albums, which
But-
I've liked all the renditions they've done of just
Yeah,
every.
like,
I mean, from
that's how you get their
from the
chops.
first
Though.
album to the last album, I've liked everything.
Yeah.
I have no
There's-
objection.
There's always some, like, you know, it's not my
Yeah.
favorite of that, but none of it was bad.
Yeah, Big City Lights, that was a good rendition.
They didn't make any bad music. And then look
No.
at them when they're doing their own stuff. I mean, since they've been doing their own stuff, I mean,
Oh yeah,
Judas, Sandpaper. I mean,
Yeah.
like, there's like 3 more. I can't think. I can see the music videos in my head, but like, they've actually, like, phenomenal. So anyone that
Yeah.
talks trash,
Yeah.
because I will defend, like, as irritating as Chris Jericho is at times, and like, he's like, he put in his work to get where
Yeah,
that
yeah.
band is now, and to still be wrestling while doing it. Like, man's dedicated to everything he loves, and they have come very, very far since eons ago.
yeah.
There's a big word, eons, because people still to this day look at me and go, eons. Stupid.
But moving on to I kind of want to get anything of these wrestlers out of the way. Obviously anything Undertaker. Me personally, I really enjoyed You're Gonna Pay.
I was gonna say 1, 2, 3. You're not going to be able to see this. You people are. I'm probably not even going to put it in front of the camera, because I keep forgetting if I go like that way, I'm really going that way. But
Yeah.
You're Gonna Pay, top of my list.
Yep. That was by far. I mean, everything Taker.
It was great. Like, that's right over here. What, Taker?
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff when he had, like, they were like that Attitude Era weird phase with, like, you know, all of
The
them.
gothic kind of.
Yeah, like that thing, and he was coming down as a bat, and like, wasn't the best of them, but it wasn't. I mean, they've had a lot worse.
Yeah.
Songs come out for
Actually,
people.
there's actually on Apple Music and anywhere where you can get music. They actually have an album. Jim Johnson actually came out with an album with like 15 different renditions of Taker music,
Yep,
which is
I saw.
Yeah, you know.
There wasn't
But
any-
even
isn't
on
fair.
the Vault ones, the
That's-
Vault albums. I mean, there's so much Taker stuff.
That's not
It's
even
real.
fair, though. It's not even fair. Like, it's not. Like, well, they put a whole album of Takers, you'd be like, kill it. Like, when you put the one when he had, like, the Ministry and all that, and
Yeah,
then you hear all the other ones, you're all like,
yeah. I even like the Corporate Ministry theme. That was cool.
like, but, you know, that there was, but
Yeah,
old classic Roland was great. As short as, I mean, American Badass, which you can't find anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just, it vanished off the face of the earth, except for
Yeah.
YouTube. But Apple Music, all them, not there. And I'm like, wait, I remember that song being there. Oh, look, it's gone. It's like
Yeah.
the whole Forcible Entry album. But Roland, but You're Gonna Pay. Like, I'm sorry, American Badass,
Yeah.
which I never even realized, like, until this year, I think it was, when I was listening on YouTube, it came on here on the projector. Like, you've been in here, I think.
Yeah.
No, you haven't been in here, but I've shown you. This room was a bomb last time you were here, let's be honest. But I was like going, is that Metallica's? Like, yep, they totally, okay, what kid totally stole that song? And
yeah,
Nope.
sad but true.
no, I was talking to Chuck just in mid-sentence, you know, what? I've heard that somewhere before. Like, what? I never noticed that either, right? How many times have we heard the song during the Attitude Era? Just never noticed.
Yeah.
Hell of a time, but yes, You're Gonna Pay, as you saw. You could read it too.
Yeah.
Top of my list. That is the greatest. Like,
Yeah,
I listened to it like 3 times last night after we got done. Yeah. When I went through all the albums, dear God, Jim.
they even have on one of the Uncaged albums. They actually have a instrumental version of that too.
Like, there was a lot of good
Yeah.
stuff on there. There's a lot of
Oh yeah,
a lot of wasted time with Stone Cold. Just you don't got any beer, like yeah, there's a lot of those too. Are you going? Like, how did you make part of this album? Just Stone Cold griping because he showed up early in the morning and no one had beer. Like,
Yeah.
that's the ultimate filler. But You're Gonna Pay and Rollin',
Yeah.
And then just that classic one he had the last couple. I mean, just going back to that with like the one he had the last couple of
Yeah.
years. I mean, like, but again, any of them because it's gone. Everyone
Yeah.
knows what's going on. Like, done. It was kind of like another one that I wrote down. It's probably not on your list. It's okay. I'm just a weirdo, but Gold Dust, just because the second it hits, there's been many
Yeah.
renditions. It's not the greatest thing ever, but
No.
it's just one of those you hear it and you're all Gold Dust.
Yeah.
Like there's some still hell. I could probably still hear Roman's new theme for the rest of my life. Probably still wouldn't notice what the hell it was. I didn't even notice that they changed it.
Yeah.
So you told me.
I didn't take notice to it until he started walking down the car. That's pretty cool.
Like, oh, and then there's them, him and Paul trying to walk in step with it. I mean, like they're going to get better at it.
It's like if you really listen into it, it's like a mixture of the Truth Reigns is what's the one that the theme was called, but the Shield and a mixture of like Uso. Like it's a really good mashup, but it's from its own category. Like, you have old Roman Reigns, Usos bunched together, but in its own, in its own category. So it's not like it's a good mashup. Like I
liked
really,
it. Hey, I went back and I heard it a second time. I was like, because again,
like you got to listen to it like 2 or 3 times, and then you're like, okay, yeah. I didn't hear that the first time, and now I'm hearing it the third time. Like
I was sitting right there with you, like the Raw after SummerSlam. Keith Lee, like they changed the song. No, they didn't. Like wow, I was sitting.
People were angry,
and I was right there, and I missed it.
I mean, how many articles came across Facebook that people were angry about music?
Like half the time, though, I mean, if we're being honest, like it's on, and most people suck so much at talking.
Yeah,
there's music playing on my phone. I don't even like it's their fault if they just like taught people like Lashley and all them how to like use the English language.
Yeah,
I mean, I was an Army Ranger, and you can't like speak at all. Like I can talk better than you, guy, and I've never taken acting classes paid for by Vincent Kennedy McMahon, who his theme deserves to be on the list just because.
Actually, if you go to the which album is it? Forcible Entry had No Dope doing No Chance in Hell.
No Chance in Hell. Yes,
and then if you go to Reckless Intent, I believe, has one done by Theory of a Dead Man.
Not nearly as good as.
No, I mean, like
whoever did the second one. Me too, but
yeah,
like that one they had on Forcible Entry was.
Was that Reckless Intent?
No offense to his original one, but that one on Forcible Entry. I mean, that one was kicking.
Yeah,
that thing had a just angry thump to it, and well. So does Vince McMahon. So he's an angry fool. What can I tell you?
I know it wasn't Reckless Intent. Which one was that? I don't remember.
Chuddy's going to go through and stare at them all now, just to try to save his brain, because now we're both sitting here thinking about it.
I'm pretty sure it's.
I'm not going through 17 million Jim Johnson albums, though. It just keeps going and going and going and going, which is not.
Sorry, it was the Music Volume 8. I apologize. The one I believe that had Jericho on it.
That's nice.
Something or other. Yeah. But anyways.
But that one, yes, Vince McMahon and the one on.
Yeah.
Ruth, Forcible Entry. I'm sorry, that one was just pure Vince.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm a metalhead though, so I mean, never mind my spirit animal hat, which trust me, they are not metal.
Brings me to the next one. Anything Kane. Me personally, love Slow Chemical by Finger 11. Hey,
the only one I wrote down.
Yeah, I mean, anything Kane was cool.
No offense to like some, but I love them all. But Slow Chemical.
Yeah,
that one won for all of them.
Yeah. That
one won. The hearts and minds of everyone. And Finger 11. I was like, that was the best song you guys ever put out.
Yeah.
No offense. I mean, you had one thing. I mean, there was some good stuff out. Paralyzer. Like you
Yeah.
guys were good, but you should play Slow Chemical at every show. You should start out with it and then end with it.
Yeah.
And play it in the middle too, because everyone will hear it and be like, ooh, and they'll go towards it. And you'll get more people wherever the hell you are, festivals.
Yeah.
Not all you guys are good for anymore. No offense.
And then I liked anything Stone Cold. Me personally, love the Glass Shatters by
Yep.
Disturbed.
Yep. That was
I mean, again, going back to
it was perfect for that whole
yeah.
angle and all that too. Like
going back to all the Uncaged albums, there are so many Stone Cold themes.
but
But,
Disturbed
yeah.
spurred like
I
that
really
was-
wish Disturbed would like release it under their under Disturbed, but I guess no one's going to budge, and I guess I got to keep listening to a CD.
at least you still have your CD.
Yeah, it sucks I don't have the case because right now it's going for like $80 on Amazon with the case.
Well, you know, if Vince would stop being such a I think I said that quietly enough that no one actually made out that I called him a
The only thing that was released from a WWF album, because that was WWF, was the Hell Yeah by Snoop Dogg, because Snoop Dogg owned the rights to it anyways, because really he doesn't mention Stone Cold at all, if you think about it.
It was just
So there's the loophole. Snoop Dogg was smart, no one else was.
everyone just needs to stop being so stingy. Like
Yeah.
that was the best album they've ever put out.
Yeah.
Ever. Wonder why? Because it wasn't just a bunch of everyone going to, but that was all like everyone really original, like everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's like as we're on that thing, like I know it doesn't make your list, but Taz's entries, like, and just because he was on my list just of ones that I like, that was
Cypress
him.
Hill did the
And I was gonna say, and as we're on forcible entry, Cypress Hill killed it.
Oh yeah.
And they killed it when I saw them live at a metal festival, which made absolutely no sense. But you know what? We were all there to be a rock superstar that day. Too bad he didn't sing that song. I mean, he did throw Just Another Victim out there every once in a while. I mean,
yeah,
those words were coming out there, and he said it just as angry. But Taz's stuff, like I always liked Taz, just because it was very Taz, and it was what they had back then. It wasn't really like anyone else's stuff. And again, Cypress Hill put together like amazing.
Yeah.
But Taz makes my list just because of that. I'm sure he's nowhere near your list because like you have standards and class. When he was just an angry dude that just liked to choke people out.
I said, this isn't. I mean,
and the FTW title that summed it up.
It's your input, my input. There's really not like a list. Just kind of throwing things out there to reminisce. Really,
hey, the one that hey, you're gonna pay was number one. Like that's all that matters.
Yeah,
you're gonna pay. Like, everyone,
but keep rolling into
like
the metal kind of themes or the rock kind of themes. I like Corbin's, I just for the simple fact that we get Tommy Vexed. That's Tommy Vexed, everyone, just to let you know if you didn't know that. It was I Bring the Darkness. That's what the theme's called. Again, I'm full of useless information.
Hey, I'm glad that Tommy's free of all that stupid.
Yeah, I am. I cannot. They need to figure it out with the out. I mean, that man has got so many renditions of so many songs, and you know what? I think two of the ones I've heard the most that I've listened to over and over is Linkin Park's "Crawling," and he did a rendition of Papa Roach's "Last Resort," which was a short version. It was like a minute and a half, but still.
In case anyone's confused, that's his head right there.
Yes. Yes,
it is. That is not fire coming out of my finger. That is Tommy Vex's head. Because I met the guy, and he's just a genuinely not douchey human being.
Yeah.
Like he's very appreciative of where he is.
And where he came from.
Yes, for everything that he went through. Like he is very, very, he's a humble dude.
Yeah, very.
Big stocky dude.
Just very inspirational. I think everything that I've seen come across his Facebook and Twitter and Instagram has been nothing but gratitude, humbleness, and an appreciation and nothing for life.
And I shouldn't be listen, remember when? I mean what? Hell of a truth. That's a terrible story. The video goes along right with it, and look at him. Again, it's just always thanking everybody for always being there, supporting him, and just supporting him, both musically, like
Yeah.
emotionally, like he's genuinely a good dude. And he's one of the very few people that said, "Oh, really?" And boom, left doing his own thing. So I wish him nothing but
Yeah.
luck. I hope I get to
Yep.
see him again. And I wish I didn't have to trim that down by like a millimeter. So, but I'm not, I mean, Tommy Vex in it, so I'm just going to hold on to it forever.
Yeah.
And I saw him in person, shook his hand. Cool dude. And yes, that's why I like Corbin's song.
Yeah.
I like Corbin just in general, though. When we're talking, I mean, this is a music thing. I mean, Deep Six.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many musical references just in everything that he does, and I'm okay with. Like, I pick like people that don't listen to like Manson and all that, like they don't get it.
Yeah.
But he's really into like metal and horror movies. He loves horror movies. For those of us that don't know, like, so all that's like it all plays together. And I think they rushed him up to the main roster, but his entrance song is pretty kick ass.
Yeah.
And he's come a long way from where he was. And so has that guy. So that was an all. See, look, I'm smiling again. That was a good one.
Yeah. Brings more into the metal and rock thing. Edges Metangalus.
Metalingus?
Metalingus or
Metalingus? Metallicus.
Potato, but
I don't know. Metalingus. I heard that like that was.
Yeah.
God, I want to say 2018. I saw Alter Bridge. And don't you worry. It's on my other phone. It's my phone's
but I think that album's been around since
for forever. Yeah.
But
that like on this, like that album, like I mean that song, them playing it, like, yes, it's on my other phone, but my other phone's in what would you like to call it?
Damn, I'm good.
My other phone's in protective.
Albums One Day Remains out since 2004. I was right. See, I'm not pretty good at remembering when I wanted on useless information. That is,
it helps. I mean, like my brain, like I don't remember things, but that's because I like to,
But anything Alter Bridge, I like. I've liked all their albums before they even became popular, before Edge even used the theme. I would love to see them live because I've actually listened to their live album and just
it's not fair.
Yeah.
And despite all of his rage, he was still just a rat in a cage.
Yeah.
For throwing out but them live, it's not fair.
Yeah.
Because you hear the records and they hear him like singing, you're like, that's no. Like, how about you give some to the rest of us, dick? And he's a good guy. Like Miles is a great guy too. Like, Miles Kennedy is a good dude.
Yeah. And I love everything. I love everything Miles Kennedy, and he's worked with a lot of people.
Like I saw him with Slash, and then
the next Seven Dust.
Yep, and then the next year, because I went from Alter Bridge, and I saw Slash, and then Alter Bridge, or it was Dave Tremonti was by himself.
Tremonti, Tremonti.
Dave Tremonti was there by himself one year, I think, and then Slash and something like that, and because Slash and them were doing something else, so he went and did his own thing. And then Alter Bridge was last year. I was like, yes, it was one of those. You hear the beat, and I'm all, I'm going this way now. Where are you going? This way. And everyone's looking at me like I'm stupid because they don't watch wrestling. So what? That away. Ready, go. I was fighting through mobs. Get out of my damn way, but that made my list. I just made the list. But if you've never seen it live, life altering. It sounds just as good live. Like it's kind of like, as you mentioned, Disturbed earlier. It's like seeing them live.
Yeah.
You just hear David sing, you're like,
or Seven Dust.
That guy can go.
Yeah, that was
like who can go on a show like Seven Dust and Non-Point? Like go see those two guys bounce. It's not human, but Tremont, like Metalingus, whatever the hell you pronounce it, I don't care. Edge's really kick-ass theme song that made grown men cry a little over a year ago.
Yep.
Except for me, I don't cry.
It's all right.
Don't worry, it'll catch up to me sooner or later. And I'll be a hot mess, I think is what they call them.
Yes, hot mess. Hashtag.
Or pound symbol. The pound key.
So it brings me to more metal and rock and roll kind of stuff.
If you're gonna do it, if it's a certain band that's done a lot of stuff, don't steal my moment from them.
All right.
We gotta go.
Go
If it's Motorhead, I mean,
Everything.
look at the
Everything
plethora. I'm saying
Motorhead.
Motorhead. Look at the plethora of everything. Made all the Triple H Evolution. I mean, we got like the game Evolution, King of Kings. I mean, everything, and how many times they've done it live. I mean,
And Paul actually is in one of their songs, and I can't remember which one it is.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember the song though. Because
Well,
I did see that thing that they had with him and Lemmy, that sit down, and by the way, that was awesome.
that was phenomenal.
Yeah, I can't remember what the sit down with Lemmy was, but that
It
was
was great.
that
I'm glad they got it in before
yeah,
we tragically
really.
lost Lemmy.
Yeah, I could watch that over and over again.
Yeah.
And there is some really good quotes from Lemmy, and I wish I would have kept the one that I wrote down.
Hey, Lemmy was full of them.
Oh yeah, like
Lemmy was
no
great. Like
doubt.
I like Lemmy, like for everyone, oh, look at all the he did drugs, this, that, and the other. Like Lemmy was just a genuine, like decent human being though.
Yeah,
Like Lemmy was good. I liked Lemmy. He was one of a kind. That's for damn sure. But him and Triple H, see, like all the stories you hear just from Lemmy and everybody, like he was just a good dude. And again,
yeah,
just what we were talking about last night.
yeah.
How loud is Motorhead? I mean, they turn all of their amps on.
Oh yeah.
And they had to keep going like this because people were screaming louder than Motorhead. I'm like, oh really? Like no one in Madison Square Garden like got to go to work for the next like 2 weeks and actually talk because there was no more vocal cords left.
Yeah.
And Motorhead, like, see, that's my moment. I love those guys.
Yeah.
And Evolutions was great.
Oh yeah.
Like when he came back and did the King of Kings, great. And again, I think that when he did the game, like when he came back at Madison Square Garden, that was the first time we heard it, if I remember correctly. Like he came back and I was like, yes. Second I heard the bass kick. Like, nah. But again, I might be wearing a spirit animal hat. Trust me, they are not metal. I actually pointed and said, can I get the CD? And the guy couldn't hear me. He handed me the hat. I didn't want to be a dick. But they did and they're iconic. Like those are the one, like you can notice a Motorhead theme, just first note of the damn song, you know what's happening, which is why they all stood out. Like I barely remember, like Evolution, what did they do? I mean, we remember Kaboom. Like we remember all of that, but you remember the damn song. That thing kicked. Like I can actually hear the words in my head now, and that's saying something. Because I don't remember why I stand up half the time. Could just be me. I don't know. Might have been hitting the head one too many dozen times, but I can still remember Evolution.
But continuing on with the rock and roll, metal, whatever you want to call it, kind of way we're going on here. CM Punk, both Killswitch Engage and Cult of Personality.
Yep. If it helps, right above that was all of Punk's.
Yeah.
They didn't even write the names. It's all of Punk's.
Yeah.
Yes. Killswitch. Like that was one of the, again, we were going over an episode about like going over the pipe bomb and all that. And I kept like, hot damn, he still did have Killswitch then, didn't he?
Yep.
Like,
he did.
Like that was, yes. And he came back and he had Cult of Personality. They completely forgot when that switch was.
Yeah.
And to hear that Killswitch,
like, and it was funny because when that music hit, I knew who it was because he used it before it switched over to Killswitch Engage. So like I was going nuts. No one else kind of knew in the crowd what was going on until he obviously walked out. But like
that was I
went nuts. I'm like, oh God, this is gonna be great.
And on that, they did a very good hush hush on him re-signing his contract. Like, what the is he doing here?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, this is why I really hate when they do returns. Like, what is he doing here? He doesn't belong here. Well, he's coming out from behind the curtain in Gorilla, and there's a song playing and a video. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be here.
Yeah.
It's just the only bad thing I hate about WWE. What's he doing here? Well, his name's on the screen and there's a song playing. So how about you just go, oh my God. Like, don't like, what's he doing? Like,
yeah, that's the thing. Like when he came back and that theme had hit, there was no video or Titantron or anything. Like everyone's just like, what's going on?
Everyone was confused. Everyone liked that. That's a good song. What's going on around here? It's a great song. That's a hell. I mean, that is a great song.
Yeah.
And I was very happy to see that they played that live for him once.
Yeah.
At Mania. That was nice. There's some that have been duds. No offense, Rhea. Your entrance this year, like, she sucked.
Yeah.
To me. But Punk, when he like that hit, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That Vince, that was some good.
In Living Color is a great band. So
no, the show is in Living Color. The band is just Living Color.
Sorry.
The show was the in. The band, it's not in.
The band is in the band of Living
Color. The band is way more in than the show, but they're just Living Color. They're not in Living Color. What a world we live in these days. Oh wait, that was the 80s. Dun dun dun. Still hell of a song, great jam, and that's gonna bring me into, as we're on that like level. I don't know which one to go with because there's a lot of them. What can I say? We all notice which ones I love. Sue me. Quote Rocky, sue me for what? But I'll go with Orton's voices.
Yeah.
Like
Red Theory, great band.
I'm saying, like, look, and like you go through all these other ones, like there's been like Punk, they've had different, like Orton, he had his first one, but how long has he had voice? I mean, he is.
The Burning My Light was done by Mercy Drive, I believe.
Yep. But look how long he's had it.
Yeah.
I liked it. It's still on my list of one of my favorites.
Yeah. It's Red Theory. And actually, if you go back again, Uncaged, there is, I don't know if it's Uncaged, but it's one of the albums on iTunes. There's actually an acoustic version and also an acoustic version of Bautista's too.
Blue Tista.
I Walk Alone by Saliva.
Blue Tista.
Blue Tista.
By the way, if you're going to go see Saliva, don't see them in a tiny club. Don't. It's not because they don't sound good. It's because he's going to be sitting in his air-conditioned bus while we're inside the 100-degree building for 2 hours, and he's going to come out and sit there and complain half the show because he's so hot. It's uncomfortable. Well, hey, moron, we were in there for 2 hours. And we ain't getting paid, so suck it up, Buttercup. Get a new job if that hurts your feelings.
Yeah.
Damn it. Just wanted to see, it's not even a sidebar. We're talking about him. He was kind of a whiny little that day. But, yeah, Orton's voices, that one, like, just because, and they did that one live, and it was great.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, it's always been one of my favorites on there. And it's a good song, too. I mean, that's why there's so
it's on the first Uncaged album.
Yeah, where you see they're doing all these like slight like variations, like even Kurt Angle's got a few slight variations. He's on my list, but
I like the ECW remix.
Yep. I'm saying, like, there's variations of everything, but Orton, he hit voices. And it's been voices for
just like Triple H. It's been the game.
Like, he hit that, and he got at least switched and got the King of Kings. I mean, so at least there's some variation.
Yeah, there is.
Orton hit voices, and it just stopped because he didn't need anything else. Like, he didn't need to move on to be the King of Kings, right? He was just I'm a little bit schizophrenic. Like, okay, we love you. Just don't have him punt Ric Flair in the head where they have to cut the lights because they can't even trust Flair to take the kick. That was bad, but I liked his song. And if we're going to be on weird medley type stuff, I already brought up Kurt Angle, so we could just scratch that out. But there are so many of them. Any song you could chant "You Suck" to, no matter how they did it, made me happy. Yeah. But metal wise, The Brood, like, that's still one of, like, that was a great song.
Yeah.
For everything that came out there with the weirdness, of like, there was so much weird.
Hate to interrupt, but we are definitely past top 15 at this point, so it's out the door. Whatever.
This is the top whatever.
Yeah.
I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I got 13 that I crossed out, and you mentioned.
I still have 5 more that are on my list, but hey, it doesn't need to be the best of it.
Some kick-ass entry songs, man. There's some kick-ass theme songs. Thank you, Jim Johnson, for most of them. Half of them.
I'd probably at this point, if we're measuring between Jim Johnson, CFO, and Def Rebel, it's like right at this point, probably 80%.
Yeah, that's right. But Jim Johnson, thank you. But
Yeah.
because he did a hell of a job for
Yeah.
years. But now, what's on your list next after the Brood? I'm sorry though, if you haven't heard the Brood's one, if you're too young, go look it up. Like that was.
Well, we
that was
already
a
talked
good
about.
thing.
We already touched base on Rain, so I forgot to cross that one out. Shane McMahon, Here Comes the Money. Who doesn't like that song?
That's actually the second one on my list. Here
Yeah.
we go.
I know Daniel Stevens likes Shane McMahon's theme.
Here, you want me to just made a hippity hop around, or I can pull up the video of Sean.
Yeah.
Like they did it, but yes, that's number 2 on my list. As I
Yeah.
was just going through and writing stuff down. Don't worry, my list isn't in order. Mine's just going, that was good.
Yeah.
That one's classic. That one's good.
Yeah, I forget can't remember which rap group did that. Oh man, that's gonna bother me.
You know what bothers me? I actually have no idea. Idiots. You know what bothers me? That we don't have like Samoa Joe and like Peyton Royce that they could have built something with because she actually had talent. And we brought back Eva, who accomplished nothing except having a wardrobe malfunction and running away. And then she was literally released like 3 days later.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eva Marie in the WWE.
Naughty by nature.
There we go. Eva Marie and the WWE have mutually agreed to part ways. Good luck with her future endeavors. Shut up.
But continuing on to the sort of rap kind of thing. I love Big E's new one. Can't get over it.
Yeah, they did a good job with that.
Yeah, they really.
I'm not a Wale fan, but that was
no.
They did a good job with that song.
I dove into Apple Music and listened to some of his, the ones that you see the music videos on. Not too bad. Not something I would fully invest in, but I mean,
I'm not saying that. Hey, he's way more talented than most of the people. There are a lot of the people out there making music right now. So, but I can listen to it without being like, not my cup of tea. But he's put together some great stuff. Big E's song. It's about time.
Yeah.
I wish they'd bring back the 5 count though, like he did in NXT. Like that was great. But he'll never be that angry fool again.
I kind of upset that they got when he first started with that new theme. He was actually putting the chalk on his hands and stuff. Then like it was like for like 3 weeks. Then just really that was
his thing. Cool. That was his thing back then. Like he went out there, he chalked up, he did the 5 count. After he got a 3 count, he got like a 5 count, then another 5 count, then another 5 count. But he was just so New Day that they just can't let him go back to be that, because then he can never obviously bounce around the pancakes.
And speaking of, I have to say the New Day's theme, just for the simple fact because every time Big E would just get on the mic and that was great at WrestleMania.
See him there?
That was great. I missed that.
It made me feel good.
I mean, New Day couldn't hand out pancakes this year because obviously there are some restrictions, but
hey, SummerSlam, no COVID restrictions. Keep it in Florida.
Yeah,
throw pancakes at people.
Out some freaking pancakes.
They're like drones flying overhead, just raining down like horrible catering pancakes.
Can you believe before last year they were pulling pancakes out of their tights and throwing them into the crowd, and now it's like a cardinal sin. Like,
now if you even hand somebody a pancake, let alone out of your singlet, like let alone you just hand someone a pancake, you're going to hell nowadays. Like, damn. I don't have the Ron Simmons voice, but I tried. Like, I think if they did, like, heads would actually legitimately like explode if they tried like any of that right now.
Like the CDC police would show up and just cuff them. Done.
What? You're done, Big E.
Yeah.
What? It's over. You're fired. And if we're going to talk about rap, one man gets 2 mentions. Too bad he had to go and do a bunch of drugs and get his stupid ass fired the first time. We listened to it before we started this. Ron Killings, the man, the myth, the legend, with little Jimmy at his side. Whether we're talking about him with Road Dogg as K-Quick, getting rowdy.
Yep.
which was, I
The
mean,
first,
you remembered that.
the first Getting Rowdy theme, not that stupid
Yeah,
one
no,
on volume 5.
Yeah,
Where
I
it
want
just,
to see.
no.
See, and most people wouldn't even like. They at least you clarified now. If people actually go and look, I'm pretty sure no one's actually going to go and look, except for all of
Yeah.
us going like, I got to hear all this again because weird is weird. But like that one with him and Road Dogg. I mean, God, if they had
Yeah.
laid off the drugs, you idiots. God. And then I saw him in The Wrestler, and I was like, hey, look, he's still alive. It's alive.
And by the way, Road Dogg is doing good. He did have successful surgery from the heart attack. He's doing good. He's back to work. Read an article on that, so that's a good
Are
thing.
we surprised? Like, I don't care if you almost died. You're coming to work. Okay. Damn it. But yeah, and again, between him and Road, I mean, that was there was a team that you just, it didn't make sense. And that's why it made so much sense. They were so good to each other. They were so good together.
Did the New Age Outlaws at times make sense?
No.
Exactly.
So I said it didn't make any sense, but that's why it made so much sense. It's kind of like whatever.
Like K-Quick, Road Dogg, peanut butter and jelly.
It just goes.
Yeah.
Which then has moved into What's Up.
Yeah.
And he still looks like he did when he was K-Quick. He just has more hair.
Yeah.
And his baby.
Let's say that man's in his 50s and he looks like he's 25.
He's reverse agent.
Yeah.
Like I think he actually looked older as K-Quick with the shorter hair. Like it might have been the drugs.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the drugs. You know, they made him look older, but damn.
Yeah.
He has aged better than anyone on face of God's green earth. He's stone cold. But I mean, bald head, goatee. I mean, got rid of the goatee though, so you almost had it.
Yeah.
You almost had it, but you look younger now because I get shit. I'm at the store.
I let my hair grow out. I let my hair grow out for like 2 weeks, and then just like 15 years is added on.
I can just imagine how old people think I am. I only say that because I go to the store with Crystal, and she's the one that gets carded to make sure she's old enough. She's got over a decade on me, and somehow she gets offended. Back when that happened, I'm like, I'm 29. They just made sure you were old enough. I'm like, you know, like, want to skip a few 13 years on? They're like, you should be like happy. They just said I look like a senior citizen. I just got told I look really old. Why? He looks under 65. Card him. Well, apparently, I'm a million years old.
Speaking of continuing with the rap trend, I don't know. Well, I know all my brotherly wrestling geeks remember them. The Oddities, Insane Clown Posse sang it. It's still a catchy tune. It gets stuck in your head. You're just like, why?
I don't know. I tried because I tried. It's just I listened to it and I went, why? And then I was holding it and I went, why? And I hit another song. I don't know. It's just maybe it's just because I hate it. I hated ICP.
It's a song that the song made the group and the group made the song. It went hand in hand for what kind of craziness the Oddities were.
Oh yes,
and it worked out.
It worked for them.
Yeah,
it's just I absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, I liked NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys more than I ever liked.
When you listen
ICP.
to that song, I forget all the characters' names. I knew Luna was in there. I knew a couple other people.
Luna belonged in there. Luna was made to be in there.
You listen to that song and you can't just help that a fat guy with a brown mask is carrying around a plush Cartman dancing around to the ring that doesn't really know how to wrestle.
It's just, I've always hated ICP. I mean,
I can't remember all the Oddities, all the members, but
Golga.
Yeah, there we go.
The Hunch. Like, you know, like there were something about ICP that could have been the greatest song ever. I'd still hate it. I just look at them and I go.
I'm not a big fan. I like a couple of them, but it's not like Fozzy where I like everything.
And look, like, you know, like, and then you're sitting there talking about that, and I am taking coasters and folding them up like crab rangoons to make myself feel better. That's how much I hate the ICP. it fit them. Like it's not, again,
Yeah.
something against this. It fit them. Something about those two guys just makes me want to go and try to make crab rangoons. I have no idea what that has to do with anything, but I looked down and well, that's where the coaster was. And crab rangoons are delicious. Unless you like have cholesterol issues or anything, don't eat crab rangoons because you will die.
Now, this next one goes back, and well, for all of us that graduated high school, I would have to say, I'd have to say Pop and Circumstance, Macho Man, because don't lie, when that music started playing at your graduation, you just couldn't help to think in your head to go, "Ooh, yeah." Don't lie. Like that was my first, like when it started playing, I'm just like, yeah.
The only song that we played at mine was Good Riddance. Time of Your Life.
They played that in my sixth. We decided to do that for our sixth grade graduation going into middle school, but nothing beats Pop and Circumstance because it just reminds you of Macho Man.
I never even got asked about it, but suddenly there it was, like, yay, we're just a giant cliched stereotype, but bye. And everyone else is all yay, throwing their caps. I turned around and left. And I was the first one to get his actual diploma and turned around and handed it directly to my recruiter. So no, there was no Pop. I would have much rather enjoyed that. Oh yeah. Like you graduate high school. Oh,
well, I'm sorry that a Vince McMahon decision ruined your graduation. Stupid.
Vince McMahon's really good at ruining everything. I mean,
yeah. Not that Vince McMahon actually decided to play Good Riddance at your graduation, but whoever was the Vince McMahon of that decision, well.
I mean, did you see what happened 26 minutes or so in Raw? It got ruined. Didn't matter what, like, if he could have brought back the Attitude Era with people getting lit on fire on TV, not on like pay-per-view on the network, like scantily clad women, dumpster matches. Yeah. Public Enemy. The APA could have showed up and just beat the living tar out of the Public Enemy. They could have showed that last night. I wouldn't have felt better after I saw that. Like it was enough. I was yelling. I took the camera off the computer and went, ah! And there you are going, I can't make out who it is. Ah! It just made it worse because I didn't want to say it. God, that's going to be so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. But yes, that was, oh yeah. Like, you know,
yeah.
That was a good one. Too bad he passed away too. At least he found peace before he did.
And then I have obviously Code Orange, the Fiend's theme. I listened to some of Code Orange's stuff. It's questionable, but the Fiend theme.
It's one of those. I'll throw the word. That's gangster. Not really. Like it just because I don't know what else to say to some of it. Like yeah. Like, do you like it? I don't hate it.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. Do you like it? Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it, so
yeah.
Could be
and
worse.
If it's a theme
that song is like the first time I heard it when he came out, I was like, yeah. And there's his head as the lantern. I mean, that song is just perfect.
Yeah.
Or whatever the hell they're gonna do with him now after they just buried him.
Yeah.
Brought him back from the dead to bury him. So that Randy can move on from that onto more important things. Like getting hit with tomatoes from Elias and Riker.
Bro.
That's kind of a sidebar, right?
Yeah.
Like we buried the Fiend like that. And look, he came back for what? 2 weeks and he's gone again now. Poof, see you later.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Bray Wyatt's been reborn and we don't know what he's being reborn into, but I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Like, so Randy can move on to more important things. RK Bro and getting hit with tomatoes.
I know.
Who came up with that?
Yeah. But that's all I have. So
I mean, I got Sean because he kind of was, the trailblazer.
Just for the simple fact that Kurt Angle made his own rendition of it.
That works too, yeah. But I say it was classic. It was one of those, like, And he was the guy that he was one of the very few that was doing his own like thing back then.
Oh yeah, true.
He didn't have to do very much, so that was different.
Yeah.
Now, Mick Foley, just because you could tell he's coming from a mile away.
Well, I like Cactus Jack is my all-time
That too,
favorite.
yeah. But
Yeah.
like all of Mick's stuff, like you could tell exactly who it was immediately. So he fell in the one. It wasn't the greatest stuff. It wasn't the greatest thing you ever heard. They were very simple and to the point, but
yeah,
you knew exactly what it was the second it hit. Even Dude Love, and that was weird as hell.
Still one of the best moments that he came out as 3 people in the Royal Rumble. That was great.
I was actually kind of happy. Like they came out next up. Oh, like no, they're not. But he gets 3. Hell yeah. Like, why don't you just have him come out as like the commissioner? Well, just have him come out at everything at this point.
Yeah.
Wardrobe change. Kind of offensive to have Cactus Jack come out and go down that way, but
yeah.
And then again, Eddie's Viva La Rosa for like
anything Eddie Guerrero. I like all of them.
But there at that last, the stuff he did, even the stuff with Chavo there, we lie, we cheat, we steal. Everybody, I don't care if people like me. Everybody wants to fight me. I can slightly resemble that remark.
Like that's off the WWE Originals album, by the way, which had the skits with Stone Cold, John Cena, Dudley Boys,
John Cena,
King Booker.
And if we're gonna go there, who did it on Forcible Entry? Who did the Dudley song?
That was Turn the Tables by Saliva.
Yeah. So I know Power Man did a cover of someone's too.
That was Bombshell. That wasn't actually Dudley Boys team. That was just
I know that was one of their songs, but they came out with like that was really fitting for them.
Yeah.
Like I know it wasn't one of their it was a normal, but it couldn't have been any more fitting for a regular song they just wrote for their album.
Yeah.
Like that fits so well. And that whole like all the like anything that was attached to the Dudleys was really good. Except for Reverend Devon. Sorry, guy.
That's all right.
And even Christian, when he first went and did his solo thing, Christian, and he just sat there and threw hissy fits in the ring. Like that was good because I hated the song. At least,
but then I also like Story of the Years. Just Close Your Eyes. So
that was great.
Yeah,
like that first one with the thing, like the last your time has come. At least the last you're on your own, right? Is what they said.
Yeah,
yeah. Thank God for that, because look how many you were like the Matt Hardy of that group. Look how many world titles the other guy got. Look how many you got. We just gave you one just because, well, someone has to be champion.
We'll just give you 3 ECW world titles just because.
But, Edge coming out and going, in his Jeep, I guess it was SummerSlam. And hard to say my best friend became such a little whiny bitch. And he walks away and we're like, because we all hate him. But his last song was good.
Yeah.
But he's in that category. Like, those aren't even on there. Like, but it's just little stuff like that because that defined that era there. But and Christian, just if I didn't go through stuff last night for like an hour after we were done listening, just God, that song sucked. But at that point, he still had the long hair. He was throwing hissy fits in the ring. DDP saved him. He turned on DDP. Who the hell turns on DDP? He's such a nice guy.
Yeah,
savage.
Mark Henry stuff was good.
Somebody's gonna get.
And then also
beat him up, break his neck. Like, well, that's can't wait to see if he
come out. There was that one, and then there was one called The Wall. I forget who sang that. It was another rap rendition, but who could forget Sexual Chocolate?
That was on my list. I was like, I'm gonna give it all to you.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to like it was just so because I listened to it. I listened to it like twice. I still can't. This is so obnoxious, in the best way ever. But it's so obnoxious.
Yeah.
Or China. China.
Who I Am.
Yeah. Who I Am was great.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. Isn't one of the best like any of the big ones, like all the punk stuff from like any of that. No, but that was perfect.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that they tore her away from the My Time theme and gave her a run. It was cool when she used to come out with that big bazooka thing and shoot fireworks. Yeah.
That was amazing. Like, who forgets that? Yeah. Like, that was good. So that deserves its due diligence.
Yeah.
Stephanie. Like,
all grown up.
Yeah. I'm tired of hearing it, but it was a good one.
Yeah.
It's good. It was fitting at that time. I mean, is it still fitting now? Hell no. But bitch, we all know you're all grown up now. You were all grown up 20 years ago. We figured it out.
Yeah.
Stop showing up then. Just go out to your dad's song. No one will be mad. No one.
Yeah.
Ever.
Trish Stratus, Rock and Roll by Lil' Kim.
Yep. Like that one's classic.
Now that we're getting into the women, I don't. Yeah, honestly, we
didn't mention any of them. But that was on the like,
we're not sexist, I swear to God.
Well, it's just the era we grew up. Like in that time, like they didn't like as much as now.
Yeah.
Like they didn't get nearly as much time.
No.
Hell, right to censor. That was the most irritating thing on the planet. And it had like I mean, it was literally just warning. That was it. And it was like you heard it and you just instantaneously burst into flames and got angry.
Yeah.
They put zero effort into it. Look at all the songs they put together to elicit some kind of feelings from people. And you don't even remember them. Right to censor. Warning. That was it.
Yeah.
And we all wanted to light things on fire and burn and protest and act like, stop ruining Val Venus. Val Venus is another one because that was perfectly sleazy for him.
Yeah.
It was a good one. It wasn't the greatest. That was a good one. That was fitting for that. There was those other ones, like honorable mentions, Too Cool's theme song.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, a bunch of white guys that can't dance with Rikishi saving them. It was great. Jeff Hardy.
The bad mention one is that Rikishi's Badman song when he was a heel. Sorry.
I was trying not to mention, I even tried last night. Like, I heard cool. When I moved on, and then we got to like another album is like, oh, look, it's there again. I'm like, here, what? I'll give it another shot. Like, no, this still sucks. And I got to another one. It's like, oh my God, how many times did they put this on an album? Why, Jim? Why did you put it out 3 or 4 times? Like, it's terrible.
Honorable mention, Mr. Ass Billy Gunn. That was a good one.
I'm an ass man. Dun, dun. I'm an ass man.
But no Billy and Chuck. No Billy and Chuck, not the one Billy Gunn theme, nothing. No.
Good to me. No.
That just no.
You don't want to see Rico and like start lighting things on fire?
I'd rather light Rico on fire, even though he's a police officer now.
He's a great guy. The character, I mean, he played the character to a T.
Well, yeah, it was definitely
here's what you're
Richard Simmons.
Yeah, here's what you're gonna do. Like, here's what you're gonna do. Great. Like, and then you're gonna have these two.
Yep. All it was Vince's version of Richard Simmons minus the afro-ish part.
He took the hair and just put it on his face.
Yeah.
Those ridiculous chops. But that deserves Jeff Hardy when he did his own thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Before he went away, the Hardy Boys is great, but Jeff's solo thing when it wasn't that before he left and before they came back, like I love that song that he did his own.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was great.
No More Words. That's what it was.
Like so he was there. He was so much
by
I can't think of it, but he was so much more like that one was so much more like him for where he was there. Now when he came back as the Heart, see, I'm just gonna keep rambling. I can give you all the time in the world. I can talk forever. Straight to the moon.
Endeavor After. It was Endeavor After. No More Words. Sorry.
Like, I mean, he like that fit him so much. Like that fit that, and it was great.
Well, even with Jeff's band Parallax Gen, if I pronounced that right.
I'm sure you didn't.
Yeah, whatever that weird. I'm sorry, Jeff. I didn't mean to butcher that. But yeah,
he'll never listen. It's okay.
All of his stuff, honestly, from that band to his solo stuff that's been out the last couple of years. The guy actually does have some meaningful songs. Some you kind of gotta let it grow on you.
But the words to them, like there's meaning behind all of it. Like that's coming from like it's good. It's up it's up for interpretation what your definition is, but I don't find any of it to be like terrible.
Yeah, some of Jeff's stuff that he is done in the music world, I do like.
Yeah, like he's done some good stuff in there.
Yeah,
can't take that away from him. Like, but there was some of those like honorable mentions there. I mean.
One more quick one. Monster Magnet, Living in the Moment for Matt Hardy version 1. I did like that song.
I hate Monster Magnet, but that was a good song.
Yeah, that's the only one I like.
And the Matt Facts, which are just the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, 90% of them. But it so worked with everything he was doing then. You know, like, sorry, I missed my finger. Yeah. Because that's called Shocker, so I try not to throw that up there because that's offensive to me. But that was a good one. Matt does not like mustard on his hot dogs. Like, who gives a damn? But it
Yeah,
fits so
the random
well.
Matt facts. Yeah, I love it.
Like, Matt didn't make his bed this morning, didn't he? Didn't know that. And you were never mad about it. You just said, what the fuck is that? And it fit. I mean, then he had his, then he had Shannon Moore, his MFer. Oh, God bless him. He's doing, like, he's sober now, from what I hear, though. Good old Shannon. Doing the tattoo thing, still down there.
Yeah.
They're all still over there. Not that far away from it. Just a stone's throw.
Yeah.
Depending on who's throwing the stone.
AJ Styles.
Yeah. And I don't even think they wrote that for him. And it's sad, if you listen to the words, almost none of it makes actually any sense. Like, in any sentence form or anything. Like, like, how does that work so well? It's because no one can understand what the hell they're like. It's just a good song. No one's paying attention to the stupid coming out. There's a lot of stupid.
No.
Or Daniel Bryan stealing that song, like, for his interest.
Flight of the Valkyries.
Yeah,
yes.
Like that is.
I'm full of useless information. Like I could probably
steal it.
name off the actual names of the themes. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad.
But that one was like, that one's one of the most iconic ever.
Yeah.
And I was sitting here last night. Hannah was sitting right there. And I was sitting there, like, she was John Cena. She listened to his like theme, and I went, John Cena sucks. Like, where do you like what? He could show up 30 years from now. But John Cena sucks. Like, why does he suck? I don't know. Ask the 18,000 people that tell him he sucks every time he shows up. He just sucks. Just like Kurt Angle. Dun, dun. But except when he comes back from injury, he's got the microphone. He's just conducting everybody like, God damn, I missed you guys. What? Go.
Yeah.
How do you know you love what you do? 18,000 people are telling you that you suck, and you are leading them.
Quick, another honorable mention. The glorious one. I like that theme.
I like it. I mean, I do. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
That one fit. That one's good.
Yeah.
And again, like Ric Flair, for how long he held on to that.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Ric Flair's is God, Lord Almighty.
But like that, as we mentioned, all these other ones, screw it. Let's just throw out the obvious. That one was good.
Yeah.
I can't give anything to The Rock because, like, every time he comes back, it's something different.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, all of his stuff was good. And for those of you for those of you playing the game here, know your role.
Play the game,
man. Know your role by Method Man off the Aggression album. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's try to dishonorable mention anything to Ryback because that guy's a whiny bitch. Sorry. I said it.
I mean, he was. But look at all the other people that have come and gone that have, like, I mean, Jesus Christ, Mickie James was complaining because she got her property back in a garbage bag. At least Ryback was complaining about real things.
Yeah, but still,
the matches are predetermined. Why the hell does the winner get more money then? Why? It's not like we're actually not knowing what's going on before. Everyone should get the same money. Or how about our doctors don't suck? I swear a guy named Phil made a very, very big deal about that on his way out the door. The stuff he complained about.
Yeah.
Cat. That was that one. But, I mean, and he saved Kalisto's life.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I mean, I'll give, because Kalisto saved his life. I mean, he saved Kalisto.
But he just, some of the stuff, he just needs to get over it and move on. That's the only thing that drives me nuts.
I mean,
okay, you got screwed by Vince. We know. You don't have to say it 50 million different ways. And I don't know if you saw the article, but he had a vote thing out there that he had to have a re-vote 3 different times of what he should do with his career. Hey. If you're doing that, okay. Find something else.
I'm just, Vince Russo and Jim Cornette still hate each other. And that was way before Ryback even started wrestling. That's literally been over 20 years.
Yeah.
And Jim Cornette has given up his double cheeseburgers, double cheese, extra mayo, and extra onion. Like, he's given up all of his garbage just to outlive Vince Russo so he could piss on his grave. Like that. At least Ryback's been in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Those two people are going to hate each other for the rest of eternity. And again, other people were complaining about the Ryback stuff. I mean, We just like the other people that were complaining about, the doctors and how garbage they were treated and everything else. Like Punk, we all loved him. Like, you can burn the place down. Like, whoa, woo! Like, you got everyone right. I like to shut up. That's my theory with all of them.
Yeah.
Like, shut up. Move on. But again, like at least Punk with that staph infection and all that. Like, I mean,
Yeah, well, that's okay.
stuff that really could have
it.
got him. Like, if you just see that all the time, I could see how you're just all this guy all the time, especially when they're doing anti-bullying campaigns and look how good that works out with JBL. He's in the Hall of Fame, and he's like legitimately like made many people's lives miserable.
Yeah.
And if it helps, he's made my life miserable too. So me too, buddy. Me too. But that was good.
Yeah.
I think I got through everyone that was on my thing. Got some extra people in there. No offense to the like women, but I mean, like if we mentioned China, like China was right there. Like there were some good ones.
Rhea Ripley, I do like that one.
I hated it live.
Yeah, bad live.
Voice didn't sound right.
Yeah.
Voice was just, but like there was a lot of it's just look at the era, like until like the last like 5-6 years, like they had like they were out there for like 3 seconds and no one cared. Like I think some of them even used the same one over and over again.
Yeah.
I think Tori and them, like there was a few of them that just kept just recycling the same song.
Yeah.
Like so it's not against them. But I think that was a good one.
Yep.
Talk about NXT and hell, we can even get into more of these because they just go, but we'll talk about something in a while. Who knows? We talk about Ron Killings and how he's still killing it with his baby because he got his baby back. Ribs. Just because I can go for some, but
so off tomorrow, then resume Thursday, right?
As of right now, man. Don't worry, you'll find out if Trippy is canceled. You'll know. Because suddenly it'll be all, he uploaded a video like that dick. But yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Brought up a lot of good ones too. And everyone, go listen to Cena's album. It's just mesmerizing how many times he drops the F-bomb just in the second song.
Yeah.
And your whole theory of John Cena will be completely out the window when you saw what he was before they screwed him.
Yeah.
So until next time, I will still be Ski.
And on that, Mr. Clean.
We'll see you guys later. Peace.